Hello everyone, this is Dark Mask making my second video about the game Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, I plan on talking about a character who has yet to appear in the game, and create a theorized list of their abilities for how I think they should work. Just a reminder, this is just a fan-made character for the game, and is not meant to be taken as official information by Square Enix. In this video, I will be talking about one of the most controversial characters in Final Fantasy, the Sasquatch pal with muscle, Umaro from Final Fantasy VI. Umaro can only be recruited in the World of Ruin by finding his cave in Narshe, and even then will only join if you defeat him in battle and if you already have Moogle recruited into your party. The reason Umaro is so controversial, however, is due to his gimmick. He cannot be controlled in battle and will always be in a berserk state. His weapons and armor cannot be changed, and his best relics in the game are preset if you want him to have all of his moves. He cannot even equip Magicite, meaning he cannot learn magic or gain any Magicite stat boosts as he levels. Basically, in a game featuring 14 playable characters, Umaro is often seen as that one party member who could have been left on the cutting room floor and no one would have missed him. That being said, Umaro was still a party member in Final Fantasy VI, and in spite of his quirks and small role, I feel there should be no reason he should not be considered for Opera Omnia. That does beg the question, how to implement a character whose entire gimmick was always being in berserk status and being uncontrollable in battle. While Umaro could certainly be made fully playable in Opera Omnia, I feel this may be a disservice to his character. That's why I have made a moveset that builds him as a powerful, albeit selfish damage dealer, but with a berserk mechanic which makes him unable to be controlled by the player. Umaro would have a special effect called Rage, which in addition to taking away control of Umaro, gives the Yeti an effect that makes it so his use count for his Skill 1, Skill 2, and C65 ability will always be free. Also, while Umaro has both Skill 1 and Skill 2 equipped, it disables his use of basic Brave attacks and HP attacks unless he is inflicted with ability lock. As for Umaro's weapons, something peculiar about Umaro is that he only ever uses one weapon throughout the game, his signature Bone Club. While a club could be part of the short sword category, I believe it would be wrong to let him use weapons other than what is basically a feature of his character, so Umaro's Bone Club would be considered a unique type of weapon. As for variety, since Umaro would need several weapons for his skills, and literally not just one weapon, I figured it would make sense for his weapons simply to be made of bones from various monsters. In particular, monsters found near Narshe, since that is where Umaro's cave is. His C15 weapon would be the Megalodoth bone, based on woolly tusked enemies fought in Narshe. His C35 weapon would be the Illuyankus bone, named after a horned beast found in the Yeti cave. His EX weapon would be the Ice Dragon bone, named after the Ice Dragon from Narshe Cliffs, one of the 8 legendary dragons. His LD weapon would be his signature Behemoth bone, as it is the only monster stated outright to be used in Umaro's bone carvings. As for Umaro's armor, I decided to skip his signature Snow Muffler, if only because technically Umaro never takes it off anyway. This also allows me to fill his 3 golden armor slots with the 3 relics made specifically for him in the game. His C35 armor would be the Rage Ring, and his C90 armor would be the Blizzard Orb, both relics that unlock Umaro's extra attacks. As for his C210 armor, which would allow him to exceed his Brave Cap, I decided to give him the Bone Wrist, Umaro's ultimate relic from the Game Boy Advance release of Final Fantasy VI. Moving forward, I'll be going over Umaro's skills. I will discuss his skills with all passives equipped, including his weapon passives and extension passives. Umaro's Skill 1 would be Furious Rush. It is a 6-hit AoE Brave attack, plus split damage AoE HP attack, plus a 4-hit single target Brave attack, plus single target HP attack. Brave can exceed max Brave up to 150%, and it will increase Umaro's Brave by 10% of the damage dealt. There is a 75% chance for Umaro to use this particular move if the next turn is not the enemy turn, or if the enemy Brave is not in or near KO range. Umaro's Skill 2 would be Body Blow. It is a 9-hit melee Brave attack plus HP attack, where Brave can exceed max Brave up to 200%, the attack ignores enemy defense and can delay the target by 1 turn, and it increases Umaro's Brave by 10% of the damage dealt. There is a 75% chance for Umaro to use this particular attack if the immediate next turn is an enemy turn, or if enemy Brave is in or near KO range. Umaro's C50 passive will be called No Slouching now. It is his last stand effect, where if he has at least 50% of his HP remaining, KO will be avoided and his HP will drop to 1. Umaro's C65 ability will be Throw Ally. It has a 25% chance to activate if an ally has a debuff. It'll be a 2-hit melee Brave attack on a random enemy, which will cleanse one random debuff from a random ally. Umaro cannot use this ability to cleanse debuffs from himself, and it will not activate if Umaro is the only active member in the party. Umaro's EX skill will be Snowstorm. It is a 4-hit AoE Ice Magic Brave attack plus AoE HP attack delivered twice. It'll deal proportionate HP damage to all enemies, with Stolen Brave able to exceed max Brave up to 150%. It will raise the Brave damage dealt when attacking a single target. It also grants Umaro a unique buff called Abominable for 2 turns, and increases Umaro's Brave by 10% of the HP damage dealt after each attack. Umaro has a 100% chance to use Snowstorm when his recast gauge is full. In addition, fully realize when Umaro's EX is ready, he is granted an extra turn to use Snowstorm without increasing the turn count, similar to Realm's Sketch debuff. Snowstorm starts with a very slow recast speed, but fully realized will have a slow recast speed. Abominable is a unique buff to Umaro that acts similar to the metal drum enemies from Caius' event stage, and that Umaro's Brave cannot be reduced while it is active, although Umaro can still receive break through special effects like Doom. Umaro's LD skill is Clobbering Blow, which is unique from his other skills in that it will have a limited use count. When Umaro's Last Stand passive is activated, he gets a free turn just like his EX skill and uses Clobbering Blow. Clobbering Blow is a 10-hit group melee Brave attack plus AoE HP attack delivered twice, with the Brave hits being distributed randomly based on the number of enemies. Stolen Brave can exceed max Brave up to 150%, with the Brave damage receiving a boost when attacking a single target. The HP attack deals proportionate HP damage to each enemy, and it grants Umaro a unique buff called Strength of the Gigas for 8 turns. Strength of a Gigas is a unique buff to Umaro that makes it so his HP cannot drop below 1. It also increases his attack by 100% and his max Brave overflow by 20%. However, while Strength of the Gigas is active, he cannot use Clobbering Blow again until it expires. In addition, with the Behemoth Bone fully upgraded, Umaro will take a single target HP attack meant for an ally, if said HP attack would KO them, similar to Gallup's Cover or Bosch's Shield, allowing him to activate his Last Stand more easily and effectively turning Umaro into a pseudo-tank. That concludes my Opera Omnia character thesis for Umaro from Final Fantasy VI. I understand Umaro may not be everyone's favorite character, but like I said, he still was one of the party members from 6, and therefore I do not believe he should be ignored. Just because a character is not the most popular does not make them any less of a hero, and there have been plenty of other characters who may have been ridiculed or thought of as weak in the past, but they still got added to Opera Omnia. I also hope I have convinced some of you who were more dubious on how Umaro could work in Opera Omnia on how he could be made into a viable character. I admit, even with his powerful skills and his LD weapon giving him tanking abilities, having a character who you cannot give commands to may still make him more of a gimmick than a game breaker, but I would like to think my moveset for him would at least make him usable for those who might hold Umaro as one of their favorites. If you liked my video, or if you have any feedback, I would love for you to comment and let me know. I would also love to hear from you if there are any characters from Final Fantasy that have yet to be added to Opera Omnia that you would like to see added. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my rambling. Good luck, and stay safe.